Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight is a developing story out of Charlottesville, Virginia, where a state of emergency has been declared in response to a white nationalist rally turned violent. Over a dozen are injured and one is dead after a car drove through a crowd of protesters. We will have much more on this demonstration turned violent coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, back here at home, a different kind of demonstration. What started as a hard-to-watch viral video and took social media by storm, even got Governor Rick Scott tweeting about it, today showed up in the middle of Sarasota. Now, a warning, this video might be uncomfortable to watch. It's a video showing a shark being dragged, and it spurred a social media movement to bring those behind this video and other controversial videos and pictures to justice. The outrage stems from the substance of the videos, but also that no charges have been filed, and it's unclear if anything done was illegal. Erica Jackson has been following this ongoing story, and she joins us live now this evening. Erica, why the protest today?
Good evening, Adam. While Florida Fish and Wildlife looks at those photos and videos in question, protesters didn't just want to sit back and wait. About 20 of them were out here earlier this morning, and several of them say they're giving a voice to animals who can't speak for themselves.
I cried. I'm crying just thinking about it now.
A group of animal rights activists want other locals and investigators to know their outrage over apparent animal cruelty has not faded.
Where was the voice for these poor animals and these sea creatures? They had no voice, so we have to be.
Linda Lee helped line Sarasota Bayfront Saturday morning, hoping to share a message to stop animal abuse for human entertainment.
I just want justice so that they never do this again to a human, an animal, sea life.
We are asking the state attorney and also asking FWC to make sure that they do their job, basically, to make sure that these people are prosecuted for what they have done to the wildlife in Florida.
The Manatee County State Attorney's Office and Florida Fish and Wildlife say they are aware of the numerous videos and photos involving these individuals and wildlife and are working toward a lawful resolution in the case. In a statement to ABC7, FWC wrote, "These investigations are complex. We take these incidents seriously, and this investigation is moving forward." Lee says she's not only here for the wildlife, but also as a lesson for those involved.
We got to save them as well as save these animals, save these kids from a really horrific future.
Florida Fish and Wildlife still will not confirm the identities of those involved in the videos as the investigation remains open, but it says that it's continuing to look at those videos and photos that are rolling in and coming from the public. And as for Governor Rick Scott, he wants wildlife officials to review its regulations after seeing that shark dragging video. Reporting live on Sarasota's Bayfront, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Erica, and stay dry out there. And speaking of staying dry, let's head over to Wendy Ross for a check on that local weather. Wendy?
Well, it's not too bad right now. We've had some heavier showers that were located east of I-75, and they've pretty much started to die out. And now we're left with some lighter rains that continue to move on towards the north, and they're just not moving all of that much. There's really no steering current that is helping anything move around. So as a result, the showers that we are getting are producing some very good downpours as they just kind of sit there and then start to meander around. So at this stage of the game, we're starting to see some drier conditions down to the south, and you can see that east of I-75 we still got most of the rain, and all of this is just slowly moving on up towards the north. But we're not expecting to see a lot of showers continuing to develop for the rest of tonight. As a matter of fact, we're going to be looking for partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the 80s. And we'll talk about what's going on in the tropics, what's developing out there, and whether we need to be paying attention. What do you think, Adam? Yes, we need to be paying attention. We'll be back in just a little bit.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Now we head over to Charlottesville, Virginia, and those violent clashes on the streets outside of the University of Virginia. A white nationalist demonstration called Unite the Right to protest the removal of a Confederate statue. That escalated once counter-protesters showed up. One person has died, at least a dozen are injured. ABC's Lana Zach has more on the tensions there.
The usually quiet college town of Charlottesville, Virginia turned into chaos. White nationalists clashing with counter-protesters. The protesters upset over the city's decision to remove a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee from a downtown park. when suddenly a car barreling down the street rammed into counter-protesters, running them over. Others forced to jump out of the way. ABC's Eva Pilgrim was there.
You could see people laid out on the street, paramedics working on them, people wrapping up their legs.
Charlottesville Mayor Michael Singer saying in a statement, "I am heartbroken that a life has been lost here. I urge all people of goodwill, go home." Virginia's Governor Terry McAuliffe declaring a state of emergency. The crowd ordered to disperse.
You're to leave the area now, or you will be arrested.
President Trump condemning the violence, but urging both groups to set aside their differences.
This has been going on for a long, long time. It has no place in America. What is vital now is a swift restoration of law and order and the protection of innocent lives.
You will not replace us.
Today's rally after a Friday night march by white nationalists resulted in brawls with protesters countering the event. Of course, there have been many injuries in all of those brawls, but in this specific attack, police say that there were 19 people injured and 1 fatality. They have yet to release that name as they notify next of kin. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
And we are now hearing reports that there have been more fatalities after a helicopter crashed near Charlottesville. It is unclear right now for law enforcement if there is any connection to those protests. Back here at home, traffic was slowed near downtown Sarasota as police investigated a traffic crash. It happened near the intersection of 10th Street and Central Avenue, right near Tamiami Trail. At least 2 cars were involved just after 4 p.m. One ended up turned around in the wrong direction near the median. An officer on scene said there was a fatality, but law enforcement later updating us saying that there was just 1 person transferred to Sarasota Memorial Hospital with complaints of chest pains and no injuries. That is the most recent update on this at this time. And now to an update on the new Fort Hamer Bridge construction. Manatee County officials say the bridge is approximately 87% complete and is expected to reopen to drivers on September 23rd. The bridge should reopen first, however, on the August 26th with a ribbon cutting and a run. Local supporters are hosting a 5K, 10K, 1-mile run and a kids race to celebrate the bridge's construction. Once complete, that bridge will connect Lakewood Ranch to Parrish. Crews have been working on this project for almost 2 years. A natural shoreline restoration project was taking place on the Sun Coast earlier today. 50 volunteers and students from the University of Central Florida building up the shoreline at DeSoto National Memorial in Bradenton. The group adding shell bags and planting mangroves in an effort to stabilize and create new shorelines.
Between rising sea level and boat wakes and a lot of the storms that Florida is known for, the wave energy erodes the shorelines, and a lot of it, especially here in this park, you have the shell middens and they're being eroded, so our stabilization helps restore them and prevent further damage.
The project is also expected to increase habitat for local wildlife as those mangroves continue to grow. Well, Sarasota officials are asking for the public to weigh in on the most urgent challenge currently facing the city. On that list, affordable housing, Bayfront redevelopment, or Bayfront 2020, chronic homelessness, growth and development, the addition of more renewable energy, North Tamiami Trail revitalization, and finally, transportation. Sarasota is participating in the 2017 Bloomberg Mayor's Challenge. 35 cities will be selected and given funding to solve an urgent community problem. If you want to cast your vote, you can visit surveymonkey.com/SRQ Bloomberg Challenge. Today was the grand opening of the Manatee YMCA thrift store in Palmetto with an impressive turnout. The first store of its kind in the state. It will be dedicated to providing furniture to those in need. All proceeds will go towards YMCA programs to benefit children. Already, YMCA officials say it is doing a lot of good in the community.
Fantastic. We've been so busy I couldn't even bring furniture and new stuff out. So when we thin out a little bit, we've got to replenish the shelves. This is our first test facility. We're going to get all our paperwork right. We're going to make sure we're in touch with the community and what it wants, and then we're going to try and reproduce it again.
If successful, the program may expand into Bradenton. YMCA members will get a 10% discount in the store. Florida Senator Bill Nelson announcing a new bill Saturday that would authorize research and funding for the protection, conservation, and recovery of the Florida manatee. The senator introducing that proposal partly in response to the death of Snooty the manatee. Snooty drowned at the South Florida Museum in Bradenton last month after becoming stuck in a 30 by 30 inch tunnel used to access plumbing for his tank. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service announced that Florida manatees were reclassified from endangered to threatened on March 13th, March 30th, citing habitat improvements and a growing population. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, the tension between U.S. and North Korea deepens under the threat of military action. And what's being done to prevent sinkholes from endangering more lives in the state. Stick around.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. We go hog wild for National Motorcycle Week. Plus, the Players Center previews Arsenic and Old Lace and Madison's in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View. If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Welcome back. We move to the situation in North Korea. President Donald Trump reaching out to North Korea's neighbor as the rogue nation issues its own warning to the United States amid escalating tensions. This while the president assures the governor of Guam that he is behind them. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has more.
North Korea's biggest trading partner urging restraint from both sides. In a phone call, the president of China asking President Trump to refrain from further action that will aggravate tensions on the Korean peninsula. This as North Korea issues a statement saying if the Trump administration does not want the American empire to meet its tragic doom, they had better talk and act properly. The country, which calls the situation a, quote, tragic comedy, is considering missile strikes in the waters off Guam in the wake of UN economic sanctions. response.
So-called indicators and warnings where we'd be looking at North Korea to see if they were mobilizing, if ships were leaving ports, if people were coming out of the fields to take up arms.
North Korea's latest rhetoric in response to Trump's string of warnings, saying on Friday the U.S. military is locked and loaded.
If anything happens to Guam, there's going to be big trouble in North Korea.
On Friday, Trump called Guam's governor to assure him,
Mr. President, as the governor of Guam, representing the people of Guam, and as an American citizen, I have never felt more safe or so confident with you at the helm.
The president even promising a tourism boom.
Your tourism, you're going to go up in like 10-fold.
North Korea not backing down.
If he goes offshore and demonstrates that he can ring that island with those 4 missiles, he will have demonstrated the next step in a nuclear capability, and that is accuracy and would be a very disturbing indication.
Worldwide, American allies, including Japan, South Korea, and Australia, all vow support. But a rebuke from German Chancellor Angela Merkel saying that an escalation in language is not the answer. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
And now to a follow-up on a massive Florida sinkhole. Geologists with the University of South Florida are studying the sinkhole in Land O'Lakes, Florida. They are looking for anything that may have predicted that devastation, including the way the neighborhood was developed. That depression opened in mid-July, destroying 2 homes and rendering 5 others uninhabitable. The hole is currently 260 feet at its widest point. And it is just like death by 1,000 cuts up there, people waiting and don't know what's going to happen next.
It's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And can you imagine standing there and looking at your own home just falling apart and not having any control over the situation?
Yep.
That's the worst thing.
Terrifying.
That's just terrible.
Nature's a powerful thing.
Oh my gosh. Well, we've been, today we had a couple of showers around. It started in the morning and then later on in the afternoon we get the rains. And that is taking place mostly east of I-75. But we're now starting to see a few showers having drifted west. And those showers are beginning to cause a flare-up right now across parts of Sarasota County. That's just happening. So you can see where it's going on right here, just right here, right there. It's just now starting to take place. So we're starting to see the rains coming on back in, and that's not unusual. Certainly, we are going to be looking for about a 40% chance of rain for the rest of tonight. And what we are looking at is that most of this is shrinking in size, and it's starting to lift a little bit up towards the north as our winds are coming on in, mostly from the south. And what we're looking at right now is all along the coastline, especially around the Sarasota County areas. We're starting to see these rains along Siesta Key, Bee Ridge, you're getting those showers. So that's going to continue for a little while longer before things begin to die down. A large part of the south, our southern viewing area, is not seeing as much rain right now, especially around the Charlotte County areas. Now, as far as rainfall amounts over the past 24-hour period, we are looking at the heaviest rains well east. You can see this, almost 5 inches of rainfall as we're looking just to the south of Duet. And we are going to continue to see this kind of experience over the next couple of days, where the heaviest showers will be well east of I-75, with lighter rains taking place at the coastline. We're going to be seeing more showers developing tomorrow during the early part of the morning hours. We're going to be getting those showers over the central part of the state. We'll start to see some rain showers as well at the coastline, and eventually everybody's going to be getting the rain showers developing throughout the day tomorrow, with about a 40% chance of rain in our forecast once again. So these are kind of the experiences we should be expecting for this time of the year. Our forecast at high resolution showing you that the rain showers will be across the central part of the state, continuing till about 9 o'clock tonight. But notice how everything is lifting on up towards the north, affecting mostly the Hillsborough County area northward, and then things will be just left to partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies for us. During the morning hours, we'll get some of those rain showers back along the coastline, and then they will develop east of I-75 throughout the rest of the afternoon. Today we got up to a high of 90 degrees with an overnight low of 77, but it still feels a lot warmer, a lot hotter than it actually is, with temperatures right now feeling as though they're in the 90s and 100s right now across the area. This is what it feels like with our temperatures not there actually, but certainly feeling that way. 82 degrees at this hour, and we're looking at those winds coming in out of the east. Just a quick note This is our tropical system that we're looking at right now. It's just a disturbance. There's a 70% chance that it could develop into a tropical system or a tropical depression over the next several days. And so this is something we'll continue to monitor, but it looks as though it's going to stay away from the U.S. mainland and not be a problem for Florida. So that's great news. We're going to keep that 40% chance of rain for the next several days. Adam?
Now, sports.
After a rough preseason debut, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are moving on from kicker Roberto Aguayo. Aguayo was a second-round pick last year after 3 first-team All-American seasons at Florida State. He was the most accurate kicker in college football history, but the least accurate in the NFL during his rookie campaign, making just 71% of his 31 field goal attempts last year. After missing a field goal and extra point in last night's preseason opener, the team announced Saturday that they were waiving Aguayo, making him a free agent. The NFL is flexing its zero-tolerance policy for domestic violence, and their latest target is rising star Ezekiel Elliott. ABC's Janae Norman tells us what's next for the Dallas Cowboys and their second-year running back.
Elliott for the touchdown! This morning, the Dallas Cowboys' record-setting running back benched. The NFL suspending Ezekiel Elliott, a first-round draft pick and one of the fastest rising stars in the NFL, saying he violated the league's personal conduct policy after one woman accused him of physical violence. The NFL forcing the player known as Zeke to sit out 6 regular season games without pay.
The Cowboys owner Jerry Jones did not expect any suspension. The NFL handed him a 6-game suspension, which threatens to disrupt the Dallas Cowboys season.
The NFL making the call over multiple 2016 allegations by his then-girlfriend, Tiffany Thompson, that Elliott abused her, saying he used physical force against Miss Thompson, resulting in her injury. Those alleged injuries posted by Thompson on Instagram. Elliott tweeting he's disappointed by the decision and disagrees with the league's findings that his attorney says are replete with factual inaccuracies and erroneous conclusions. And Ezekiel Elliott rolling inside the 25. The 22-year-old star seen flexing and hurdling in this year's ESPN body issue, now facing one of the longest alleged domestic violence penalties in NFL history. The NFL coming under fire in the past for not being strict enough for suspensions it leveled against other players accused of domestic violence.
The league took a very hard-line stance here after not taking that type of stance where Ray Rice was involved, where Josh Brown was involved, where there have been other examples of domestic violence. The league was determined not to be embarrassed again.
Well, still, we have plenty more to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
So, how many of us feel completely confident about our financial future? Let's hear some specifics. Yes, go ahead.
I don't want to be a burden to my kids. When my husband died, it took almost all of our savings to give him a proper funeral. I honestly don't know if there's enough to bury me, let alone cover expenses should something happen.
Okay. Let's talk solutions. One thing you may want to get in place is a guaranteed whole life insurance policy from United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, which is a Mutual of Omaha company. This is affordable coverage, which provides a cash payment which can cover funeral expenses, bills, and other financial needs, all from a company that's been doing the right thing for its policyholders for over 90 years. Yes, sir.
I need medical exams, things like that.
No medical exams. If you're between the ages of 45 and 85, you can call this number or you can go online and apply for coverage up to $25,000. United of Omaha Guaranteed Whole Life Insurance. Call or go online now.
Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. The Jacuzzi walk-in tub allows you or a loved one to take a safe and relaxing bath. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. Regain bathing independence with a Jacuzzi walk-in tub and enjoy spending more time with loved ones. Why wait any longer? During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. Going back to where it all began in 1956, Jacuzzi Incorporated was founded and the Whirlpool bathing category was born. Jacuzzi's patented Hydra massage jets provide an unmatched bathing experience. Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. A safe and relaxing bath is only a phone call away. Call right now to save double on a new walk-in tub. Call now.
The official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Download yours today.
Welcome back. The 5th largest Mega Millions jackpot ticket in history has been sold in Illinois. The jackpot worth $393 million. After tax, the estimated take-home value is $256 million. How depressing. With a $500,000 selling bonus for the retailer. That winning ticket was sold at a suburban Chicago barbecue restaurant. Winners have 1 year from the date of that drawing to claim those winnings. So that restaurant getting a big surge of money too, $500,000.
Isn't that something?
That's nice. Everybody wins. Well, two people
get a good
win.
menu for that. Good steak for that amount,
I guess
right?
the smoker probably bringing in a lot of new items for sure. Yeah.
That sounds so good.
Should be
well,
nice.
We still have some rain around. Everybody just needs to be aware that there's still some rain around, but it's going to be dying out. And also, I just wanted to show you, that was the tropical tracker. Did you notice? It was keeping that system away from the U.S. mainland. So that's something I needed you to see.
Fingers crossed. Well, we got plenty more coming up tonight, including an update on Virginia. We'll see you at 11.
If you're thinking about replacing your windows, what matters most to you? We found what matters is high performance. Our customers want energy-efficient windows built for Florida weather. Windows that can stand everything from scorching sun to hurricanes. Our customers want windows that reflect their life, their lifestyle. Windows that will last a lifetime. We listen to our customers, and as a result, we're growing. So if you're looking to replace your windows, stop here at New South Window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.